and welcome back to Argentine Asado. Today we are going to be doing something on the barbecue which for me is exquisite, and it's also known as the cow caviar. And this precious and extremely tasty organ is sweetbreads known as mollejas here in Argentina. Around a year ago, I actually grilled a sweetbread risotto. So I did a risotto on the fire, on the open flame, and we had sweetbreads in the risotto, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Now, risottos with sweetbread aren't something that you might hear anywhere outside of Argentina, but we can also put the sweetbreads on the grill. Again, I don't think you'll see many barbecues around the world with sweetbreads. So in today's video, I'm going to show you why you should consider using sweetbreads, how to prepare the sweetbreads for the grill, and of course, how to grill them. So first, let's start off with why sweetbreads. Well, happens to be that the sweetbread is extremely nutritious, and it also packs a punch when it comes to the taste and the fiber and texture of the meat. The molleja, or the sweetbread, is ultimately the thymus gland, and the thymus gland is located in two areas in the cow, and the glands that you would generally eat, or the mollejas or sweetbreads that you would generally eat on a grill, are most likely to have come from a pretty young cow. And the two places they are located, as you can see here in the picture, are under the neck, so you might say on the left or right side of the neck, and then right next to the heart. Now, the two mollejas, which we're going to look at in a minute, are very different. One is more fatty and the other is a little bit more leaner, and it's also slightly bigger. So the cow caviar, or the sweetbread, or molleja, is really nutritious. Well, a lot more nutritious than I thought. First of all, it has a lot of vitamin C. It nearly has the equivalent of an orange. It has a lot of vitamin C. It also has B5. It has a substantial amount of B5. And lastly, it is packed with fatty acids and amino acids. So if you're going to put it on the grill, it is a great option to have out there. And again, it tastes absolutely exquisite. It's a very unique taste, and it's also the texture of the sweetbread is so unique, so different to anything else. It's different to fish, it's different to chicken, it's different to pork, it's different to meat. It's really unique. So I really recommend the molleja. And again, it's something different that I'm sure your guests wouldn't have tried before. And I think it's also a pretty easy piece of the cow to grill. So let's go to the grill and see how easy it is to get this gland cooked. Okay guys, so as I just said, there are two types of mollejas, or two types of sweetbreads. The first is the Corazon, the molleja, which means the sweetbread next to the heart, or the heart sweetbread. This sweetbread is rounder and it is less fatty. Generally, it is probably the most preferred of the two. The second is the sweetbread that is next to the neck, and this is called molleja. ¿Cómo se llama? Molleja de cuello, which also means sweetbread next to the neck. Now this one has a little bit more fat. You can see it has this line of fat running up the middle, and it is also, the density of the meat here is it's less meat and it is more fat. So you can get them in different shapes and sizes, but again, this is a neck sweetbread, and this is a heart sweetbread, so you can kind of recognize them. Now, if you're going to take them both to the grill, I would choose both because they're different tastes, but ultimately the same texture. So let's go over to the grill now and let's start cooking them. Okay guys, so as you might remember, we talked about the two different types of mollejas, or sweetbreads, that we have. So we've got the neck sweetbread, and we've got the heart sweetbread. So now we're going to put it on the grill. So first of all, I've created a decent bed of embers under the grill, and you should be able to hold your hand over the heat for around 5 to 6 seconds. Now, I don't salt my mollejas before they go on the grill. I like to put them on the grill for a bit, and then I salt them on one side and salt them on the other. Now, we're going to talk about the fundamental ingredient to a good molleja, and it is lemon. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But first, let's get them on the grill. And before we do that, a quick reminder, I always let my mollejas sit or rest to get to room temperature before putting them on the grill. So I've put them on the grill. You can see that the fat has started to really hit the hot grill, and that's great. You really want to see that smoke come up a little bit, and be careful not to go overboard with the heat. So you can manage that, you know, with moving the coals around a bit, but you really want to keep this to a medium higher heat for the first 45 minutes. So we're going to keep them there for around 45 minutes to 1 hour max, and we're going to put a little bit of salt and lemon, and then we're going to turn them over. Okay guys, so this is the key ingredient to a very tasty and zesty molleja or sweetbread. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait a little bit before I start putting lemon, because lemon is gonna ultimately cook the molleja, and we don't want that to happen. So what I do is I put these on over the heat. So I put these on the grill, probably not too close to the main heat, and it really helps absorb the heat, and it means that it's easier to get the juice out and put it on the molleja. So I'm gonna give it like 15 to 20 minutes before I put any lemon juice on it, and I've also not put on any salt. We're gonna wait, and I'm putting these lemons here on the grill again to kind of start heating them up, and it helps open up the pores and get more juice. Okay guys, so we are more or less 35 minutes into the first side of the sweetbreads, or the mollejas. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take lemon juice and some salt, and we are gonna start dressing this side before we turn them over, okay? So first thing I'm gonna do is start adding this lemon juice. And when I'm done with the lemon juice, I'm gonna leave it over the grill, because we're gonna put it on top in a minute. Take the other one, add a little bit more. And why I didn't do this at the beginning is because ultimately it starts the cooking process, because lemon with such a high pH will actually start cooking the membrane on the outside of the molleja. So once you've done that, I'll take my coarse salt and I will start salting them a little bit. Okay, and when you're done with that, take the lemon and keep it on top. Okay. Okay. And in around 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to turn them over, and we're going to do the same process on the side that's already been on the grill. Okay guys, so the sweetbreads have been on for around 45 minutes on one side. We're going to turn them over, and they're going to be a golden or even a darker color, but that's okay, because it takes a long time for the fibers, the dense fibers of the sweetbread to cook. So let's turn them over. As long as they're not black, we're good. See, there should be a golden color, and they can be a little bit. Okay, and now what we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to do is give it that lemon juice. And when you're done with your lemon juice, we're going to give it a little bit of salt, okay? And now we're going to wait for around 30 minutes for the other side to cook, which will probably be a little bit more golden, and then we'll take them off. Okay guys, so it's been another 30 minutes on the second side, and the mollejas are looking absolutely great. And that was my alarm. I often put an alarm on my phone for the time and managing the timings with the different cuts. So to be honest, they for me are a tiny bit overdone, but I actually prefer that, because we always want to keep them kind of more of a golden color because it's more aesthetic, but the reality is that the fiber and the density of the molleja is very unique, and we want to keep the barbecue pretty hot through the cooking process. So the molleja actually isn't an easy one to kind of manage the heat and at the same time not burning any of the membrane. So here goes the moment of truth. I'm going to slice this one up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so this one here is the neck sweetbread, and this one here is the heart sweetbread. As you can see, they've shrunk probably 50% of their size, and so it's still oozing with juice, and it's going to taste incredible. So let's taste it. Okay, so I'm going to taste the neck sweetbread, so the molleja de cuello. Let's go. So the neck sweetbread is a bit more fattier, has a little bit more of a denser structure or fiber. And now let's try the heart sweetbread, which is a little bit more leaner, and they say it's more tasty. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more lemon juice to this. Let's go. Okay. Okay, so the heart sweetbread, the Molleja Corazon, is way more tastier. It's more refined, it's denser, it's leaner. You really get a richer taste, but they are both fantastic. And as an appetizer, these things are caviar. They are unique, exquisite, and they're like nothing else. They're not like I've tasted brain, I've even eaten testicle, I've eaten kidney, intestines, all of the parts of the cow, and this is absolutely unique. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.